I am Sure Sports. You know me there. I'm coach to coach representing. I mean, say this is Righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
All right, people, good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host, my name's Man. I have my guest backstage, and we're going to bring him on right now just to make sure you know that he's here. Get the show starting because he's having some technical difficulties on his end. I want to make sure we capture this interview. So don't want to keep him waiting. He's here. We're going to go ahead and maybe we're going to miss out on some of our regular things at the beginning. So join the stream and let's be a part of this. Coach Alex Thomas, welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Are you hearing me loud and clear, sir? Coach Alex?
I can hear you, but the connection is not so clear. Okay. Repeat.
All right. Well, I was just asking you how you're doing, asking if you can hear me. So there seemed to be a little bit of problem. I'm wondering if there seem to be some challenges with the connection on your end. Let's see if we can do this without the
Give me a minute. Let me try to reconnect. I'm not hearing it clear.
Oh, okay. All right, then. Do that and then let
Yeah.
Yes, so you see our guest is here. We're going to try and make sure we fix the audio, fix the video, and ensure that this is a go. In the meantime, let's just say a big thank you to the sponsors of this video. The sponsors are Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it the most. Call Prestige Finance at 876-884-7390. They are located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica, and they are offering loans of up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars. Yes, people. Right, no processing fee, same day processing, and only 0 to 4% interest rate. All right. Are you hearing me now loud and clear?
Yeah, man, I hear it. It could be better.
All right. So we let's see if we can do this. I'm wondering if you stop your video, it would be better.
Repeat.
I'm wondering if you stop your video, if it would be better.
I can try that.
Yeah, so see if just stop the video and then see if it is better. In other words, do it without the video and just audio, and let's see if we will better able to connect. Are you muted? Are you hearing me? Let me know if you're hearing, because you're actually muted. Also want to say a big thank you to Launch Legacy, where they handle risk and seek legacy for all your personal insurance need. In Canada and the USA, visit Launch Legacy at launchlegacy.com or call or text them at 647-989-0782. All right. We also have Trick Nick, who is also part of the sponsors.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Coach Alex, you're back with us now. Coach Alex.
You hearing me?
Yeah, man. When you speak, we're hearing you, but you seem to not be hearing us.
I'm hearing you. It's so low.
Okay. Do you have like an earpiece, headphone that you could use?
Give me a minute.
All right. So I want to welcome Chris Roman and Rob Smith to the show as well. And all the other persons who are viewing at this time, I want to thank you for joining. And thank you for listening in on this part of our series, Untold Stories. For those of you who are just joining, also know that we did an interview today with Coach Gus William and Andrew Edwards, a very good interview about talent identification and recruitment. Please take a watch when you have some time. Yes, so please make sure that you watch that interview. We are hoping that we can get this interview done, and that the audio is good and clear. The visuals are good, because we want to ensure that we provide you with high quality. We did, when we have interviews or we inviting guests to the program, we normally meet and test everything, and many times everything worked during the test, because we did that. And then when you come live, you have these challenges, but he's trying to sort things out. And welcome Tuffy, welcome Fresh God, and RR as well. RR says testing 1 2 3. All right, so that's what we're doing, because I want to ensure that you're getting the best quality, not just in terms of question and persons, but the video content itself, that it is high quality for your consumption, so you can feel confident of sharing with your friends about I Am Sure Sports. All right. We also, that the schoolboy football season started, and we'll be doing some shows on that starting tomorrow. Just looking at the games that were played over the weekend, there's a very sad story. Over the first weekend in the Manning Cup, you would have seen it or probably read about it in the newspapers, that while St. George's was playing Arden at Sabina Park, though they had security, the room was the changing room. Like robbers broke into their changing room and stole the phones and clothing for many of the kids. The figures are saying over hundreds of thousands of dollars of property was stolen. And man, keep on saying this: we can do better, and we have to do better. When our society gets to this, when the men who are the people who commit these kinds of crimes wear some expensive shoes. A pair of shoes are Clark's. In some places, it's $25,000, $30,000. That's their shoe alone. And then you rob a Schoolboy of an pair of Adidas sandals or Nike and stuff like that, or a T-shirt, an American Eagle T-shirt. When your clocks cost 25 to 30, there is something wrong with that. I think at the very core of it, we have to do better. We can't be preying on the most vulnerable in our society. We have to do better. And so, I hope the police are able to nab the persons, the perpetrators of this crime. And I really hope that the belongings of these school kids can be returned to them. It's sad, man. It is sad. It is sad. It is sad. We have to do better. And I challenge all of us to do better as a society. We have to do better. Yeah, so we're having Alex Thomas on. As you know, we recently did a video with his brother, Shavar, who is working overseas right now. He is coaching overseas. He works alongside Coach Tyrone Marshall, and both of them represented Jamaica at youth and senior level. One played for Excelsior, the other played at Wolmer's school for boys. So hoping that we can have it sorted out. It should be a good one. It should be an exciting one. Also had the privilege of watching Dujan Whisper Richards yesterday in the Manning Cup, and he, in that game, and based on the game that we have seen, he looks a cut above his teammates and opponents. He's clearly above them, and so kudos to the young man. Did very well. Scored 2 goals. Could have had around 5 assists, but really played a very good game. So kudos to him. We're gonna, get more in depth with it in our Schoolboy football show, which will take place tomorrow. All right, we continue to wait on our guest, Mr. Alex Thomas, as he sorts out the issue on his side. But if we are not able to, I promise you that we will do it again. We'll do it again and do it better. So let's see if he can get things sorted out and come and join us on I Am Sure Sports. But like I said, he did look good yesterday. Just to let you know that in the Costa Cup action, Manning's also won. They won their game by 5 goals to 1. Still, listen, up to today, I got messages from this time not coaches, but persons who work as administrators in some of the schools, and they work with the school football team. And listen, they I will say this, that it is not good, their views on the way ISA apply the rules and handle their rules. And I still believe that if there are issues with kids being manipulated or the system is being abused, then it is the administrators and the coaches who should be penalized, not the student, especially in cases where the student has sat out a year. And many parents are unhappy as well. Many parents, because their kids are being told to come to specific school so that they can play, but they can't play at the school that they are going. What do I mean by that? So I don't want to call school, but this is both in Manning Cup and the Costa Cup. I have a lot of these cases in the Manning Cup where a student wants to go to one school, he wants to leave one school and do sixth form at another school. And he's been told, if you go to that school, we are not going to let you play. We're going to report them to ISA. But if you come to our school, you can play in the competition. These are the kind of things that are happening out there. And a lot of this is happening in sixth form programs. And I still believe that ISA can handle it better. All of these rules should not apply at sixth form because the kids have completed a school leaving ceremony in fifth form. Once a child has his subjects, he's well behaved, he should be free to play in any sixth form of his choice. What you can say is that you will not allow them to play because they have completed school. That I can't argue with. But if the child is going to be in sixth form, no school should be restricted in allowing the child to play, especially those kids who have missed a year already for whatever reason. And ISA must look into this. I know that ISA is not set out to punish kids. It is to manage the abuse in the system. And again, to manage the abuse in the system, you must seek to go after the abusers, not the abused. And if anyone is being abused, then yeah, it must be dealt with. The abuser must be dealt with. I see RR is saying that that this particular principal from one of these schools came up with some of these rules, right? And what happens sometimes, I'll say this, that depending on who the leader of ISA is, the rules are added to, many people believe, to skew things on their behalf. All right? It can't work, because if every person comes in and change the rule to fit them, then at some point nobody will be able to play. I'm telling you, because it becomes vindictive. I do agree that if kids are moving from one school to another, then them sitting out a year before they get to fifth form, I am okay with that. I am okay if the rules insist that kids must participate in or do have a certain average in certain subjects. I understand that, because school is education first. I also agree that if a kid moves from this school to this school and then wants to move to another school, I do agree that in that case, you have to look at the rules, because I don't think there should be so many transfers. One transfer is enough, unless there are cases where there are legitimate reasons. Because sometimes a child will have to move because a lot of people work in the tourism industry and they change location. They work in the medical field, doctors and nurses. Others work in the security forces, police officers of high rank who have to move their families, right? Even teachers who change their schools. And so even within these things, I think the cases need to be looked at. And again, if you find that some schools are finding ways to beat the system, then you have to find ways of bringing punishment to those who do that and still allow the kids to participate. Unless you're going to prove that the kids are a part of their own abuse, we must do that. We must do that. All right? We can't continue down this path where, like I said, the majority of kids who get transfer end up complaining. I will also say this. I have 3 cases. Like some of these things, I don't even know if the schools, I don't know if the people who speak to me actually write to ISO, but they need to. So I'm going to give you an example of something that came to me. I have 3 of these cases that were brought to my attention. A child leaves one school. He leaves school A to go to school B. And the people at school A knows that he's going to school B. But they don't want him to play for school B. So what they do, they go to ISA. People at school A goes to ISA and register the child as part of their team, though they know the child is going to a different school. So when school B goes to ISA to register, they are told that the child is already registered in a next school program, though the child never even signed any document. But obviously, if they were going to school A, the school would have all their documents except their signature. Like those things, when it comes before ISA, they need to take action against the people who administrate at school A. So what schools are doing now is that if you decide that you're leaving their school, you know what they do? They register you still. So you can't go and play for the other school. So there is a kind of behavior in the football that is detrimental to the youngsters coming through and breaking through. People, these are cases that I'm aware of. And I think at some point, this, unlike the JFF, that government can't intervene. The Ministry of Education needs to intervene in this. Because it's getting to a point where the same principals who will tell you that the sports are recreational activities in the schools are helping to deny kids the opportunity to be educated by how the rules are being applied. I will say this again. I do believe that there are persons who are abusing the system. And I agree that where that is found, strong action must be taken. All right, I agree. I think what happened to Mona and to Camperdown last season were very unfortunate events. Very unfortunate. But again, the persons who suffered the most are the kids in both circumstances. The young boys who are seeking glory in playing the sport. We have to find a way to not punish the kids over and over again. We have to find a way. Right? We have to find a way. We have to find a way that you still punish the abusers and allow the abuse to play. Because if it's recreational, you can remove the administrator and the coaching staff and the player and still let the team play. If it is found that there was a deliberate attempt to circumvent the rules and the regulation of the competition, but there are coaches who are more closely affiliated to the ISA-led administration than others. And those coaches sometimes help to influence some of the decisions that are made. And I want to say to some of the coaches, why is it so important to you that outside of playing merit, meaning your team playing on the field, why is it important to you that other schools suffer and other kids suffer? Why is that so important to you? Why you can't think on the overall football and the youngsters' development? I want to ask you that. I think we have Alex back with us. Let's see. You hear me, Alex?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you.
All right. You sound clearer now. All right. Listen, I don't even want to. I don't even want to keep you waiting too long because the people have been waiting.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you stay with because the phone is not turned the other way, so I'm going to let you work with that.
Okay, hold on, yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right, listen, just begin to tell the people a little bit about you. Tell them about your initial involvement in football, how you started the sport, and just the Wolmer's years and the Jamaica under 17 youth football stage, and then we get to your professional career. So just go ahead. Welcome to the show, and thank you for joining as well. All right, you're very close up to the phone, you know. So yeah, maybe when they're talking, yeah, you can do that. But go ahead and start talking, and we will sit back and listen to you, Coach Alex.
Yeah, man. Good night, viewers. Good night, everyone. Thanks for having me. My football career, I started at Shetola Park Primary. I was playing not system football there, but I leave in grade 3. Went to Lalamans Prep. That is where the journey began. Start playing prep school football there. Play for the all prep captain of the Lalamans Prep in 1995. Went to Ulmas in 1995. Win the Pepsi also. So there, move on, get called up for the Jamaica Under 17 in 1996. Captain the team to World Cup in 1999. After that, when qualified the Jamaica Under 20 team in 2001. And there's a lot more
You're also the captain of the under 20?
No, my brother was the captain for that.
Okay, so right. So no man, you just go over the things too fast. Like we just went to Wolmer's, played calls,
No,
win
there's
that.
the That's right. But while the interview go on, you know more about me. You know?
All right. So you say you want calls,
No, I didn't want calls there. I didn't want calls at home as I went to
you
the
want
semi
Pepsi,
final there. I won Pepsi in 1995. Yeah,
and then
beating Camperdown in the final. Like Camperdown team consists of Sean Fraser, Kevin King, just to name a few.
okay, and who was on your Wolmer's team?
Myself and they have Vincent Earl. You remember that player
Yeah,
from Motos?
yes.
Yeah.
Vincent, I thought. Why do I think Vincent Earl played for Norman Manley?
No man, he's a Wolmerian man from birth.
Ah, look at that! Whoa. Okay, okay. Was he on the under-17 team?
No,
That
he
went.
was not on a. No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
You were the only one from Wolmer's that made the under-17 team,
And Keith Kelly.
and Keith Kelly. Right,
Yeah,
right.
the magician.
The magician, King
Yeah, man.
Kelly.
Yeah, man.
Wonderful. Listen, tell us about that. How good was that to qualify a team to the World Cup at that level and participating in the World Cup? Tell us about the games, the team that was there, and some of the players who probably made it big in world football, probably from the other teams.
That journey, that the players on that under 17 team, they know what we know what we want. We know what we want to achieve. The blueprint that Rene Seymour set for us. We were coached by Coach Jackie Walters, and assistant coach Wendell Downs, Dean Weatherly. The blueprint that Coach Rene Seymour set. We got a lot of exposure. We travel to a lot of country in and out. That team with the JFF did set tutor to travel with us to teach us on tours. The players from the countryside, they were in town coming. Some went to Wolmer, some went to Camperdown. Some of the players, nearby schools that they could come to practice
Okay,
after.
okay,
So, you know, we were a family. We were together, and we played USA at down by Montego Bay, Jarrett Park. That is where we hosted the qualification. It was USA with London Donovan, Marcus Beasley, that team. The next team was Costa Rica, and there was someone else. I think it was Guatemala. I'm not sure, but that is so many years. But and US in the last game, US only need a win. We only need a draw, and that game was a hard one because I made a life threatening. I made a save on the Damarcus Beasley getaway, and I made the one of that life saving challenge, to save our
yeah.
team.
And
Yeah,
how that
man.
game ended? 0-0.
0-0, yes. And
And
the US went to the playoff to qualify. They end up qualifying for the World Cup, but they have to went to a playoff.
okay, because you finished top of the zone.
Yes, definitely.
All right. So when you got to the World Cup, who were the teams in your zone at the World Cup, and how did the games go?
Paraguay. You have Paraguay, Burkina Faso, and Qatar.
Okay. And
Yes.
how did the games go in that zone?
It was a good experience for us. We never did well, lost all three, but it was a good exposure for the team. That is what built us to go on to qualify for the under 20.
Under 20.
Because it was almost as the same team that qualified, almost.
Almost. All right. So who were some of the players on the under 17 team that qualified?
Who was the players?
Yes, some of the players that you remember.
You have myself, Alian Whitaker, Keith Kelly, Shane Stevens, Sheldon Batiste, Ishaya Bryan, Sean Fraser, Dane Richards, yeah, Dane Chambers. There's so much players. I can't remember. There's so much. That's what I can remember right now.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so you qualified for that. You went there, lost the games, you came back, you played for Wolmers as well. How did your Wolmers team do in schoolboy football while you were there? Somebody said that Shelton was not there on that team.
No, Shelton was young for us. We came back. We went to the semi-final round that year, beaten by Norman Manley, and I'll leave Wolmers in fourth form, pick up a scholarship, went to, to complete high school in the US. Went to Loomis Chaffee.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you didn't actually finish high school in Jamaica. You went
No.
And you played football at what's the name of the high school overseas?
Loomis Chaffee is that one of those top prep school in America, in New England.
In New England, okay. And how did you do there?
Yes, I did very well,
The person said it is Shelton.
I went there as a sophomore.
Okay, the person said it is Shelton from CC.
Oh, Kevin Stewart, yes. Oh, I forgot my brother. Yeah, definitely. Kevin Stewart, big, yeah. Sorry, bro, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, because he said that there were 6 CC.
Yes,
man.
CC
in that side.
Yes, definitely. Anthony Bennett was on that team too. Yeah.
That's it.
Say Sachi. Say it's coming back to Yeah.
Okay, so you did sophomore year at that.
Yes, at Loomis Chaffee. I did 3 years there. Went there. I got captain in my junior year. We win the championship in my junior year. I beat my brother. I was playing against my brother also, because he was going to an Ivy League school also.
Right,
Hotchkiss.
he was. Oh,
yes, Hotchkiss.
So I didn't know that you guys were so close together in terms of age.
Yeah, man.
That is true, because then both of you play U20. That is true, yes. Because he left Excelsior. So when he left Excelsior, you were in a farm lower than him.
Yes, I told him. Yeah.
Okay, so you beat him? I've never told me that.
Yeah, man, mash him up, man. But
I'm
a road man,
You didn't tell me that you beat him, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so
and his team was Kevin Stewart was as his team also.
Also Kevin Stewart was on the under-17 team.
Yes, he was playing for Hotchkiss at the time also.
Okay.
Yes,
wow,
yes.
That is interesting. That is interesting. So you defeated him, but it is during this time you got called, so you'd come back to Jamaica to play for the
Yes, I got called for the under-20 team while I was at Loomis, while I was in America.
Okay, and also Shavar got called as well.
Exactly, yes. Shavar was playing for the senior team also at the time.
And then Stewart got called as well.
For the under-20, yes.
Okay.
But he didn't went to the World Cup though.
Oh, he didn't go to the World Cup?
No.
Okay, so the under-20 team now, who was the coach for the under-20?
Wendell Downswell was the head coach and Jackie Walters was the assistant.
Okay, so Jackie Walters, who was the under-17 coach, came up with you guys.
Exactly.
Okay, and the team, how different was this team from the U17 team?
It's a lot different. We went there to meet up an experienced player, more mature player than us. You have the likes of Amar Daly, Shavar Thomas, Christopher Nicholas, Corey Stevens. They were Fabian Dawkins. They were the oldest of the bunch. And with our experience coming in from the under-20 World Cup, from the under-17 World Cup, make things a lot more easier. But the campaign was tough though, Our last games were in Canada in a cold condition. Can't remember the last game was against Mexico. I think it's Canada, the home team. And we also come back to the same thing. We need a draw and Canada has to win. Boy, I tell you, tough. If you see how my brother deal with me in that game, then I have to wonder for my brother.
Because both of you are playing centre back.
Yeah, man. Me I play man marker, I play sweeper.
Yeah.
Him bad me up, man. Me I wonder if I really my brother talk to me so. But at the end of the day, it's a passion of the game. And you know, it's like you put a life on the line for your country, and we
Okay.
come out on top.
Okay, so you won the game in Canada?
No,
Against-
it draw. That
against
last
Canada?
game, it draw. Yeah,
Okay, and then you qualified for the World Cup.
exactly. Yeah.
All right. So when you went to this World Cup now, did you perform better in the under 20 than you did at the under 17? And
I would
who was in
say
the zone this time?
we perform better, yes, because we score a 1 goal.
Yeah, who scored?
I think I don't remember his name right now, but it's Lex. We call him Lexus.
Oh, Lexus. Oh, Fabian.
Yeah, I think it's Fabian
Fabian
Dawkins. No, Fabian Dawkins scoring that game against Argentina. We lost 5-1. The group was Argentina. The group was Argentina and Argentina.
And not
That Argentina team was so big.
who they had on the Argentina team?
You have Saviola.
Riquelme.
No, Riquelme wasn't there. Saviola, Di Alexandro, Colaccini, Romagnoli, Rodriguez that used to play for Liverpool, Maxi Rodriguez.
Yes.
Yeah, you have Colaccini that used to play for Newcastle. You have there was so much big talent, to be honest. I don't know, but them bad.
The Lexus that you talk, Lexus is a former From player, Fabian Blake, I
Yes.
think his name is. Yeah.
Yeah, Fabian Blake. Yes. That's it. Yes, that's it.
Yeah. All right. So Damian Hilton, preacher says, management tell Alex Puppy Dog. Preacher says, big him up. I'm a brother.
Yeah, man. Blessings, bro. Yeah, man. Wolmerian.
Yeah, the Wolmerian. Okay. Yeah. So you said that you performed better because you scored a goal, but you lost all the games. Argentina?
We lost all the games, yeah.
Okay. So Mexico defeated you. Who again was in the group?
For the World Cup?
Yes.
No,
sorry, Mexico. Argentina.
No, Mexico wasn't in the zone.
Argentina. Sorry, Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina and I think Finland. I don't remember. I can't remember. But to be honest, I don't remember the other two countries. I'm trying, but I can't remember. So long.
Yeah, man. Big up Andrea Thomas in the building. If you hear Thomas, that must be a sister right there or a mother. Some relative.
Yeah,
right
man.
there.
I'm a sister, man. I'm a backbone that.
Yes. This one says, Manning's Alex destroyed all of New England in his junior year. That they won. And then he says, Hotchkiss was the favorite, but Alex won big time. Right? So somebody just confirming what you said earlier about defeating your brother and his team. It was after this R&R is saying that that Keith Kelly got the PSG contract. Alex, you hearing us? Are you hearing us? All right. It looked like you're getting a call, which it is cutting the audio. Yeah, it cut the audio, so we are not hearing you. We know you're talking, but we're not hearing you. All right, we're not hearing you. So what we're gonna do is that you can just sign out. Let the person know you're doing the interview. They can call them now, tell them to give you some time, and then you can come back on. All right. Interesting story. So this is a former player who played under 17 and also played under 20 at the under 17 World Cup and the under 20 World Cup. So we're gonna find out what happened to a senior team World Cup when he comes back on. Big up to everyone in the chat too. Yes, Slabo 14 speaking about the NFL game. Big up to Preacher as well. Yeah. All right, no man. Kelly got that contract before the U20s. All right, we're gonna ask him. It says ask him about the 1998 Manning Cup side. We should have won the Manning Cup. I was a part of that team. Maybe Preacher careful now. Maybe that is why. You never win. Big up, Preacher. All right. I'm going to ask him how good you were now. Finally, I get to find out from someone how good you are. All right. So here we go. Alex, Coach Alex. Yeah. So we have Damon. He's saying that I need to ask you about the 1998 Manning Cup team, that you should have won the Manning Cup in 1998. And he said he was a part of that team. Who won Manning Cup 1998? Wasn't that Norman Manley?
No, Dunoon.
Oh, with Kirk Ramsey and those guys.
Kirk Ramsey, yeah, and Nelson. Yeah, Bumpy Nelson, yeah. And I want to tell you, Dunoon was in our zone, you know.
How come Damon is saying that you should have won? That you're gonna beat that. You're gonna beat that.
No. Him know why, but that bigger than me and him and everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So like that's a story that we can hear. So
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But we did well though. Went to the semifinal though. We did well.
Oh, that is a game. That is it's a Camper undefeated in the semifinal.
No, that year we didn't need to win because it used to set up at that time. We used in a zone, a group, semi-final group, yeah, and we didn't need a win against Charlie Smith. We leading 1-0, and Charlie Smith equalized in the last and went to the final against Dunoon.
Okay. All right. So you played under 17, you played under 20. You're a standout in both of them. How did your transition now from junior footballer to senior footballer go? Nikolai Finlayson. Big up Nikolai.
Big up legend, big up national.
Yeah, so he's talking about that member Lexus U20. Yeah, man. Fabian.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Talk about your transition now from junior to senior, because you never had the kind of stay in the senior team as you did in the junior teams. What are some of the factors you think that, you know?
The transition was good still now, you know. I get called up for the under 23 team also, you know, playing some qualifiers for the under 23 team. Get called up for some, you know, call up for the under 20 for the senior team. Went to China on the Lunar Cup, you know, and after that, you know, I played National Premier League at 18, you know, represent myself really well for Arnett Gardens. But after a while, injury took part of my career also.
Yeah, because you stopped playing. What age did you stop playing football?
You know, late 20s.
You stopped playing before you got to 30.
Yeah, my late 20s, yeah, because injury.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was no way you could have, like, in the earlier years, like, gotten some sort of treatment that would have dealt with it, or stop playing for a while to do, like, go overseas, do major surgery to deal with it, or it just different injuries that were affecting you no matter what you tried?
You know, I think if it was now, playing football, it would be better. But at that time, you know, when you injured the club, also money, financial, you know, I try a little stuff on my own. Went to physio. Every time I try to get back, I feel a stick in my knee, still not. So it was my last season. I went to Rivoli in that last, you know, and I played one season for Rivoli, and then after that, I just call it.
Do you have any look back and say, boy, you know that I could have given it one more try? Are you satisfied that was it?
The only thing I didn't achieve in football is getting a professional contract, but I'm satisfied. I'm grateful. I'm giving back to the sport, and I'm thankful for that.
All right, wonderful. All right, so let's make that transition now. When you stopped playing, you started doing your coaching courses, and you started coaching very young as well.
Yes, it was. I want to tell you, playing for Rivali at the time, and get a phone call from the from a mentor, Ludlow Bernard, real people, and he said he was getting the job at Wolmer's Boys School, and I said, Coach, you want to come assist you? I said, yes, Alex. I said, all right. Without any further ado, I was at his foot right away. Right away. Stop playing Premier League. Stop playing for Rivali at the time and just go right into coaching to assist Ludlow. Because at the time, it's my alma mater like that. It's my school to represent, and I was up to the task, and the rest is history.
Okay, so you started playing. You started coaching at Wolmer's as an assistant to Ludlow.
2009, 09.
Oh, in 09. And but
Yeah.
you eventually became the head coach.
All right. We give you at the time I was the assistant coach when to Ludlow. I became the head coach of the under-16 team in 2013. And I win the under-16 coast competition that year, and I win also the All Ireland competition that year. I beat Jamaica College beat us in the Manning Cup final, but I beat them in the under-16 final that year.
Okay.
Yes, and I win the All Ireland coast being All Ireland under-16 competition that year, and still learning. The only thing I don't win at Wolmer's is the Manning Cup, but I achieve everything there.
Okay. So you took that under-16 team in the Manning Cup. You took some of those players when you started because you coached the Manning Cup team at Wolmer's.
Yes, man. I became head coach of the Manning Cup team in 2018.
In 2018. Okay, and how
Yes,
well?
and
How did you do?
for my first year as head coach, my brother was my assistant coach. Yeah.
So you have to teach your bigger brother a couple of things about coaching because he's just coming into the thing. No, I know, man. He came back to help. Yeah. What? Go ahead.
Yes, but listen, and to all coaches, listen. Once you're doing this coaching job, no ego attached. And he was a Premier League winner at the time, and as his brother, and I've been coaching before him. You know that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yes, and it was a great experience, and the future, you don't know what the future holds. You never know what can happen again. But I learned a lot from him, and because both of us talk football day in, day out. Sometimes he might call me and tell me football my reason, but
yeah, because he went on and did some other coaching because he coached at Portmore, but you also coach in the Premier League because you coach at Arnett Garden.
Yes.
And you built. I don't know if a lot of persons know, but that Arnett Gardens team that we saw even last year, a lot of those players were players that you brought in. I think in 2020.
No, 2020. That was the year. All right. 2019, I took over at Arnett Garden. 2020, COVID destroyed the competition, and we as the club and the coaching staff, we changed the blueprint. We went youth because the competition was saying no relegation at the time. So all these players that playing for Arnett Garden now, it's the first time they playing Premier League in 2021.
Right.
That was the one round that Cavaliers won.
Yeah, man. Yes.
It was a success. I would say it was a success for me, because it was the first time these players playing at the Premier League level, and giving them the exposure was grateful. and they have done wonders for themselves because they play some exciting football. They could pass, they could, they understand it, and they have developed. And I'm proud of them what they did last season. Cephas making his way overseas.
Yeah,
Earl
because
Simpson
players like
getting called for
Simpson,
the Jamaica.
yeah, Simpson, Cephas,
Yeah, getting called for the
Guthrie,
Jamaica team. Yeah,
yes,
Marlon Martin, Guthrie,
Marlon Cunningham,
yeah,
Cunningham as well.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of them. Very proud of them.
Because you
Only
brought
can
in a
get
lot of
better.
those players. You brought in a lot of those players because, like I said, most of the
all
original Arnett Gardner's players, they were not there. I think only Steve, I think Steven, that winger.
All right, that 2021, that season, that Cavaliers win, we leave. The commission never sure if it was going to play, but Kiki was in that team also. Kemal Malcolm was there. Fabian Reed was there, but Kemal Malcolm went overseas, on professional contract. Fabian Reed was overseas. It kind of kill him because he never sure that the competition was going to play. Same for Wilson. Went overseas. He has to do what he has to do. You have to try to make life. And so that I leave back with like young 18-year-old, 19-year-old age group. But see the fruit beer.
Yeah. All right. But let me just go back to the national. That under 17, under 20 team. A lot of those players, I don't know, their transition to the senior team wasn't as good. Like Sean Fraser, these guys never cemented their place in the national setup. Your brother did, but a lot of the other players in that team, they just Alain Whitaker is the next one. I can call Lexus a next player. Keith Kelly, Sausage is the next player. A lot of these players, we never had a system that kept them in the national setup and probably kept a core group of them to qualify for any sort of World Cup after that. What are some of the things you think that caused that to happen, and how you would suggest that they be fixed going forward?
Well, the end of the day boils down to the admin. The admin who's leading the forefront, who's leading the charge, and we have to keep when you have a group like that qualify for 2 World Cup, because if you check it, in America, those are the same players that we play against come and qualify their team for the senior team.
Yeah, the London Donovan Beasley.
Yes, and the Damarcus Beasley and all of these players. So if you can keep the core together and don't throw them away, you'll have success. But you have to have a vision. If you don't have a vision, and not gonna happen. You have to have a long-term goal, not a short-term goal. But in Jamaica, they say long-term, it means short-term, No, serious. You have to know how you do this thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So long-term means short-term in Jamaica.
Yeah, man. I tell you, some of them, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, what is your take on the Jamaica's football right now? Where we at and where we need to go? You're a coach, and people are saying that the footballers are not being developed properly, and the coaches are not preparing the players. We under 20 team fail, and the senior team fail, and people just think like even the under 17 gonna fail because they are saying that the players them not good. The players them not good, and you hear these complaints every day. And a Bush League and schoolboy football a waste of time, and the JPL a Bush League and all of these crazy stuff. What is your take? Because you have played in these things, you coach these things, you have a first-hand knowledge of all of this.
All right. When you hear those talking, it's typical spectators. When you're on the outside, you can talk, but when you come in on the inside, it's totally different thing. Last season, I watched the Jamaica Premier League. Going towards the end, I was impressed. Corporate. We just want corporate Jamaica to come out more sponsors, more. To give more for the clubs. Because sometimes, especially small clubs, they struggle. But when you go to Sabina Park and you see the crowd, the atmosphere, You know, it was good, especially a game against. I saw a game Dunbeholin and Cavaliers. I
Yes,
think it
yes,
was a 4-3 or something like that.
yes.
Exciting football, and you know, I know spectators want to go back to the home grounds, but when to get good football, we have to play on good pitches, good football pitches, and we have to develop those football pitches. But all the JPL set it up is good. You know, find specific fields to play on to get good football. But I'm not gonna say the coach is not doing their work, but is a tool that they get, because sometimes you get zero tool and the reward is 100. It's not gonna work like that. You have to give the coaching staff what they need to get success, and it starts from the top.
Okay. All right. So, what about the schoolboy football? Do you think in its present state it is good, or some things need to change? We need to just leave schoolboy football as it is and find other ways of developing young players? Because, like I said,
No.
you're playing Premier League as a start at 18-year-old. So you guys were your brother, for example, was called up to senior team. I mean, you guys were teenagers in senior setup and playing, professionally high quality football. We're not seeing a lot of the kids kind of breaking through that way right now.
All right. In our time playing, it's different. It's different. We at a tender age we are play big man football. We are play at 14 years. We are play against 18-year-old and all of these things. We never have the time for video games and all of these things. And YouTube, we never have all of these. But most of these players presently,
When you're talking like you're an old man, man, it means you never have YouTube,
yeah,
man.
man. How old I look?
Yeah?
How
No,
old I look?
no, you don't look old, man. You're your 30s, man.
So 40, man. Yeah, but
See,
to be honest,
yeah,
yeah, is the development of these youngsters. They have to come with it. Some of them you have to have a clear view on the football. You have to listen. But some of once them names start to call and they think they reach that level, but they haven't. And they have to understand there's a lot of work to reach at that level.
yeah. And how do you deal with those players? They come to you and them probably score 2 goals in schoolboy football, and all of a sudden them think them are the big man in town. How do you get them to remain level headed as a coach?
It depends. You have to bring them back down to earth. You have to bring them back down to earth. It's a hands-on thing. You have to grab them one-on-one situation. You know, let them know the right way, the way of life. You cannot make them they feel like they're above sea level, like they're the big man or anything. No, you have to bring them back down to earth and keep them level-headed.
Yeah. And okay. And I mean, you're at a new club now. I mean, you're at Mullines preparing for a new season of coaching. I mean, what are your personal ambitions before you get to the club? Just as a coach, you know, what is your goal? What where you
What I
see
want to
yourself?
achieve,
Huh?
um, as leaving is like you're leaving from a Manchester United, or you're going to a lower club. Leaving from Arnegan is going to Mullines, but the ambition have to be big because you know the challenge, you know what it comes with. And I watching Mullins last season. They have good players, and to put these players in an organized setting and to get the fruit bearing. And we have started training, and things are going really well. And we're going to put the performance out there. I have big ambition to get the club to top six. We are not here to participate. We are here to compete with the big guys. You understand? And we are putting in great work there. The administration, the management team, the players, they are buying in the system already. You have to once you hit the ground, You have to lay out everything across the board, and everybody understand what is going on. And we are working.
Yeah, but as a coach, personally, I mean, 10 years from now, I see Alex. Where do I expect to see you coaching?
You have to dream big, you have to set your ambition big, You have to set your ambition.
That's why I'm asking what is that
It,
big.
it's like when once as a player, you dream to be a professional footballer, right? As a coach, you have to dream to become a professional coach. You have to dream to be in one of those clubs overseas. You understand? And that is my ambition, because you want to set that platform. You want to open the gates for other coaches to go overseas. And as I said, my brother has done it. So why not follow in his footsteps? I've been following his footsteps from day one, and I'm not stop following his footsteps. So you never know. The rest will be history. But you have to be patient, focus, and do your job to the best of your ability.
Okay.
You're going to have naysayers saying this, saying that, but focus on the job at hand.
Yeah. I mean, who are some of the in your time as a coach? Who are some of the players that you have worked with? And
not hearing now.
You hearing me now?
No, not hearing.
I don't hear. Something has gone wrong with the audio, so I'm going to ask you to sign out and sign back in. All right. Having some audio issues, but we're going to sort that out. And if you have questions, people, just go ahead, because we don't have a lot of time left on this interview, around 20 or so minutes. Yes.
Hear me?
I am hearing you.
I hearing you, but I hear a little fry in the background.
Yeah, I hearing that frying. I think it's from your side. Are saying that Dane Chambers was a part of the Garvey Marseille champ Dane Chambers. Oh yes, Dane Chambers, right. Dane Chambers, and he was a coach at the under-17 team. Yes. Dane Chambers coached the under-17 girls team, who participated in the recent qualifications. Yes, you know what? Thank you, RR. Yes, he is. That's Dean Chambers. I think he's also the assistant coach to Marion Garden. I think last year in the DaCosta Cup at Garvey Marseille. That's Dean Chambers. oh, no, you're not going to give the whereabouts. You're not going to give. He's not going to give the whereabouts. He's not going to give the whereabouts to Rob Simmons. Yes. See, RR also saying Mataran was bad like mini tapper, dribbling skills, man. Yeah, that under-20 team, they really had some good under-17 and under-20 team, had some good footballers that most of them, I think you're right. When René Simoes left, that whole program got derailed. And I think that was part of the setback of the national program, probably why we haven't qualified, because that team probably would have the opportunity, because like he said, they ended up playing against the same Marcus Beasley and London Donovan and all of those guys who they would have tied with in Jamaica in the under-17 and qualified as top of the zone. And that is why continuity is so important. You have to have a process of going on and continuing what you're doing. Dwayne Richards, bad striker in that team. Yeah, true peso. Alien Whitaker is the next one. Alien Whitaker, many people thought Alien Whitaker was one of the best youth goalkeepers. Just again, a next one who, yeah, that U20 team had some real talent. Man, I was thinking about that under 20 team with McGee. They're actually not doing too bad for themselves. Okay, that the under 20 team that McGee was on, that is a recent one. Yeah, because Javian Brown was on it, McGee was on it, Topi was on that team as well. Kahim Paris was a part of that team. Jaden White was in that team. Howell was in that team as well. I can't remember all the players, but that was a good crop of under 20 players as well. Good crop of under 20, but let's see how many of them can make that transition and stick and stay in the national team. As you know, see, we look like we're going to be having a new head coach coming onto the program. So, you know, maybe you will look at some of those things. Where are the under 20 players from 2019 or 2017? Where are they? Where are they in the system? What are they doing now? Norman Campbell as well. Yep. Good team. I think that is why the video that I did earlier today with Gus Williams is so important, because it talks about how they in the Welsh football, how they keep the database of the players. And he speaks about the 80% of the players who come through their regional system and their talent identification system ended up playing for their national team. So, you know, we need that. We need that, you understand me? Yeah, Peso, what happened to Fabian Blake? Yeah, he's overseas now. That's the next baller that I don't know that the national team didn't manage him well. Didn't manage him well. And probably this is one of the issues when they come from out of the rural areas, because he was one of those very good midfielders in his time. Call him Lexus. Same thing with Nikolai Finlayson, who we saw earlier, though he did represent the national team, but a lot of that is almost like he had to move into Kingston. And sometimes, again, these are some of the things in the football that we need to find a way to manage better. Yep. All right, let me see if I can. Yeah. All right. Don't know. We have lost Alex. Just waiting on him to come back so we can, you know, conclude this. Yeah, man. This one says a lot of our good young players went to college, and that was it. Rob Simis says database. I asked me the other day if he will be watching Paris in the Europa League, and the man said no. Paris is the best export, though. Thought we would be tracked. He said that, Rob, on my program. When did he say? Yeah, man, I was asking you what Lexus is doing. No. I know he's not playing anymore competitively because he's, you know, probably a little old. He said that Rob Smith. I didn't hear that. I need to rewatch that. Well, maybe he's going to say that is not his job. It is the job of the coach. I don't. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. All right. Look like we're having some technical difficulties again with Coach Alex. We are going to want to make sure that when he is on, we get the best of qualities. So what we're going to do is I'm going to encourage you to like this video, share, and if you have not yet subscribed, please, you need to subscribe to the platform. All right. And get somebody else to subscribe. We're going to have him back. He's going to conclude the story. We're going to delve deeper and get some more details. But for now, I think we're going to end it here. Sort out the technical difficulties and make arrangement. Oh, there you go. He's back. All right. Yeah, man. I was saying that I was just saying that we're gonna end the video and then give you and then you can remember we said that we probably do it in two, just so that we can get the best connection and quality. Because yeah, you're hearing me? You hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now, loud and clear.
Yeah. So I was saying that I was just saying to the persons watching that we're gonna end the interview actually and then fix it so that the next one we can do it, with
Yeah,
better.
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because we don't want the people to miss the story because of the quality. You understand? We don't want that to happen.
No problem.
Yes, I'm going to give you an opportunity because you're off to kind of end, just to give you last few words in terms of thank you and big up who you need to big up and give a shout out to your family and friends, and then we end the video and then we make arrangements to do the second part.
All right. Thanks for having me. Without the Lord above, nothing is possible. And my family, they are my backbone, and my friends, community, everything. Thanks to the viewers also, and just keep watching my career grow, and everything will be good.
All right, very short closing there by Alex. But we're gonna have him back. And listen, people, I am telling you, look at the Mullines team. He is a good coach. I watched that Arnett Gardens team and how he had them playing. I watched the Wolmer's team that he had at under 16, and when he and his brother were at the Banning Cup team. He can coach people. He's no fluke. He's the real deal. And so we look forward to watching him coaching Mullines in the Premier League. We're going to get, like I said, more information in the second interview. But I like when I speak to the former players that everything is good, including the quality of the video. So we're going to make arrangements, make it better, and then we're going to get back into some of these things. So thank you so much for coming on. Coach Alex, really enjoyed the time that we spent, though we had some technical difficulties. And I need to, when I come off, I'm going to shout Trevor and ask him, how come he never tell me that you beat him? When I did the interview with him, he kind of left out that little bit of detail right there. So I need to talk to him about that. But thank you for coming on. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a great season with Mullines.
Thank you very much, and same to you.
Yeah, man. All right. So there you go, people. That is Coach Alex Thomas. We are going to do a part 2, and I'll let you know when that is, and so you can be a part of it. I am Manning's Man. This has been I Am Sure Sports. As usual, we ask you to hit the like button if you have not yet subscribed. Subscribe to the platform, share the content. That's how we keep it growing. All right. You understand me? That's how we keep it growing. So bless up one and all. RR Rojal Grant, Travis Pesso, Rob Smith, big up yourself, Andrea, big sis in the building every time. Dre Anywhere, the Wolmerian, Damian Hilton, Preacher, Wolmerian in the building. Mark Cuthart, bless up yourself. Hey, Nikolai, stop. Hey, Nikolai, easy no man. Nikolai, why you doing the thing like that, Nikolai? We need to talk to Nikolai. You need to text me, brethren, what you going on with? Michael Garden, Bless up yourself. All right. Slabber 14. Up. All right. Much love and respect. DS Electronics Unlimited. Big up, man. Marlon Martin. How you mean, Marlon Martin? Big ball. I didn't even see you, Yote. Have a good season this season, sir. So, Martin. Big CDM. You understand me? Go on, grow, go on, improve, because we know that national team is there if you continue to grow and learn. You understand me? You'll be in it. So big up Marlon Martin. All right. Ricardo Russell, up and running as well. Bless up to you. M10 football. How you mean, man? In the building. Yeah, man. Boss Thomas. You know how it is. You understand me? God bless you. Where have you been? Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee, a long time in a Chris Roman. Blessing. Did I leave out anyone? If I did, you don't know. Love for the love. No hate around here. I am management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And as usual, when we get to this point, we say we are over and we are OUT out.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocho-Race, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like, yeah, someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.